Namaste, everyone. I am Spirit, and this is a special series. I don't know if I will make it permanent or not, but God is telling me that there are people out there that need this information. And because I went through this with people in my life that I thought was my friends and thought was my family and thought they loved me and wanted the best for me. But that was not the case. And I will show you that. Okay, let's see here. Finding someone to help. Those of us who are strong and able in faith need to step in and lend a hand to those who falter. Each one of us needs to look after the good of the people around us. That's right. Asking ourselves, how can I help? Romans chapter 15, verse 1 and 2. In 1991, Naomi Judd faced a life threatening case of hepatitis C and reluctantly retired from country music. But she didn't retire from life. Gradually, as her health began to improve, she poured more time and effort into volunteer work. I like volunteering too. Today, Naomi supports a wide range of charities, and she believes that her philanthropy has actually helped her own healing. It does. She said, helping other people gives me the same kind of physical and emotional charge as singing in Madison Square Garden. It has helped me heal. Doing this helps me heal because it's my destiny. The next time you're feeling a little low, try Naomi's prescription. Find someone to help. That person will feel better, and so will you. A willing helper doesn't wait until she or he is asked. Okay, this is an old saying. All right, so now this is personal because this is honesty, and this is my life that I lived through. Actually, lived through. Okay, now this person I met when I really met uh, uh, when we uh, integrated the European school. Okay, I first saw her in the fifth grade. She wasn't in my classroom. She was in a different class. So as we got to know each other, and this was more so in high school, uh, she became my so-called best friend. So I thought, and other people in our group thought the same thing. Okay, uh, but I don't know, there was a nagging spirit in me telling me, don't trust this person. Do not trust this person. Uh, and I didn't, not completely. I let this person think that she was all that because I noticed that she manipulated people and had to have the control. Always. She had to be number one. Like a mother duck, and then she has these three little ducks following her on every single thing. And I noticed that these other girls that knew her was like clamoring like a thirsty person to be her best friend, to be close to her, always. So she would cause division between me and like one of the other girls, stuff like that, and say, you're not my friend anymore. So, okay. And it wouldn't bother me, but it would bother the other people in the group. And they would be sad. And I didn't understand that. And I would just listen to them. So, through doing this same thing to us, it was like altogether four of us in this group that was friends. So we thought. And over this time, she would do this over and over again until I didn't fall for it a couple of times or whatever. And I would go on my merry way. And that's it. You don't want to be my friend? That's all right. I don't care. And over time, I would go to lunch by myself and actually decide to eat by myself. But some of the other people of color would be in the lunchroom and tell me to come on, sit down, and I would. Okay, cause shoot, she wasn't my friend anymore, and honestly, she never was. So a few times we would spend the night with each other, uh, but within that time, she would become more, I guess you would say, mean and erratic, which I did not like. She would try to control me, and I did not like that, and try to tell me what to do. And me, as a quiet spiritual person, I would just let her talk and think that, okay, yeah, whatever. All right. Because she is the type of person that has to control every aspect of another person's life. And no, no one does that to me but God. Okay, so she became more like an acquaintance, and her actions started to change toward me. And I felt like I had a bullseye on my back. And if I didn't watch out, it was coming from her. And I had to be careful. That's what God was telling me. I had to be careful. So, uh, let's see. So one day I was in the 11th grade or the 12th grade. I think it was the 11th grade. No, yeah, it was in the 11th grade. And we was in study hall. And I was sitting by myself. So this person came up to me and told me this popular footballer needed a so-called date. Not really a date, but there was the homecoming queen, and then there was the homecoming queen's court. So each football player had to have a person, a female, to represent that person. And because he was very, very popular, he needed someone to represent him. So she came, I don't know why, to ask for this person. And I told her, no, I said, I don't date. I don't want to date. And she said, it's not a date. It's just representing him. Uh, and the whole time I was talking, she was talking to me, I felt red flags, red flags. She does not really want this for me. She's jealous, and that she want to hurt me. She want to hurt me physically, mentally, emotionally, and that's what I felt. That's exactly what God was giving me, and I know why He was telling me to be careful. Okay, so I felt that this was a setup because, in all reality, I had known that she was jealous of me because of what she assumed I and my family had. And she felt like because it was her, I should be in her position and she should be in my position. Okay. And that's how it came out to be. Her words and her action did not suit or add up. So I stayed away from her uh, and more to myself. So she said, just think about it. He really needs someone to represent him. So I thought about it and decided that because it came from her, that this guy should not suffer. So, uh, the next day, I said, tell him, okay, that I will meet him. My dad will bring me, and I will meet him. So she did. And apparently, she did not know. She judged my actions from her own actions. She thought that I was the type of person that she was, and I would fall for the setup. Apparently, she didn't know me. So I went to the game and everything, and I was called and blah 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 blah. I was put in the spot. Then the guy came, and we was together, and the picture was taken and everything like that. But she did not know that I had told my dad to come and pick me up at a specific spot at a specific time. Okay, so he did. Okay, and that was that. But apparently, my so-called friend expected something else. Okay, so the next day, uh, we were in class, and apparently, it was a joke to her. I don't know. Uh, she and her cohorts thought it was funny that I left early. Apparently, she thought that because she partied and she had gotten pregnant in 11th grade, that I was the same as her, that I would want to go out and party and go out and eat and have fun and blah, 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 blah. But she didn't know me or my character. That was not me. And all I had thought of was to be a good child for my father, get good grades, and go to college. That is all that was on my mind when I was in high school. And it still was when I was in college. I wanted to get a degree for my dad so he would be proud of me. But little did I know that he was already proud of me already. Already. And I should have known from the beginning. Okay. But that's what I wanted for him. Okay. So they laughed. It was funny. So from then on, I knew what she was about. So I stayed away from her, by myself to graduation. And I saw then, from then on, we were not acquaintances or friends in any manner. and I saw change coming. I knew, I knew it was coming. It was coming. Okay. Uh, I always had this feeling about this person. Okay. What comes to mind, uh, come to find out, it was my natural gift, which was protecting me. And thank God I listened. Okay. I am certain her intentions was to set me up to be hurt or raped uh, in some way because she wanted to she wanted revenge because of what I was and because she couldn't control me. She wanted revenge. And she thought that setting me up with this guy would happen. That may be because she was bitter about being pregnant, that maybe something would happen and I would get pregnant too. That's how narcissist minds work. They think that everybody is like them, and that's messed up. They have an inflated ego, and she did. She did. My ex-friend did not realize that over the years I found who she truly was. Uh, because narcissist has this inflated ego. She thought I was blind to her dishonest actions. She thought that because she was the way she was and didn't trust anybody, she had to control everybody, that everybody was the way she was. Okay? In essence, I saw her coming. I saw her coming. I always saw her coming. So did God. But she did not realize that. She didn't. She thought I was naive, that she was smarter than everybody around. And she controlled and manipulated everybody. But she was mad and vengeful because she knew she couldn't control me and that she never had and never would. She realized that. Okay. In my opinion, she was jealous of me. Yeah, narcissists is always jealous of somebody. And what she thought I possessed. She never considered me a friend. Her actions and words never matched up for me. So I knew to stay at arm's length and not trust her. I feel she resented having a child out of wedlock and me for this. I don't know why, but That's how they think. That's how they think, okay? Uh, a narcissist will never understand people because they judge people based on themselves. And she never understood me. So, because this is long, I will have to talk to you. This is long because it's my life. So, I will do part two, maybe tomorrow or next week or something like that, because this is very, very, very important that people know how narcissists are and that they are parasitic predators and they try to control every aspect of everyone except themselves. So they need to know this. So now I will close and give you uh, a question. And then there's one more thing I have to do and film, but after that I will rest because, like I said, I have abscess and I really do need to nurse it and take care and take my medicines and stuff. So I will do one more and I will save the rest for tomorrow or next week or something. Not tomorrow because I got a lot to do. I got to order groceries and then uh, fill up the refrigerator, put everything back in once the people come with the new refrigerator, which I'm excited about. So I will finish this and then do the last filming because coming up is the, wait a minute, this is it, empowering questions, and this is the question. Uh, okay. Am I living according to the expectations and dreams of others or of my own? Okay, let me tell you. All my life, I would say different, but other people would say different, weird, odd, whatever. I was exactly what God wanted me to be, an independent thinker. And I never once marched to the beat of someone else's drums. Uh, God sent me a mentor early, and that was my father. And he directed me and helped me when I was growing up because I was abused by my mother and family, and I will not stop saying that because they tried to take my voice early in life, and I let them. And God didn't want me to do that. So I have my voice, and I should have said it long time ago that they, my mother and my siblings, abused me. in every way that you could think of. And God sent me a protector. That was my father. And I remember so many things about it. And a lot of times it was just me and him going places, fishing, different things like that. And him talking to me about his life and stories. I remember this book, Aesop's Fables, and him reading me stories. And I saw how proud he was of his children. And I remember how he protected us when there was trouble from the Europeans that lived around us because we was the only people of color and they tried to hurt us. And I saw him, his actions, and how strong he was. And I knew I wanted to be exactly like my father. So I listened and did what he did and watched his actions and saw how honest he was with people. And I saw how he was abused by his own children and his wife. And I was sad about that. And I still am. So I never want to follow in anyone's footsteps but my father. That's all. Both of my fathers up there and earthly. Okay, how do I distinguish them from each other? Okay, all right. I have my own dreams, not any other dreams or expectations or whatever. I have a destiny, and God has chosen me for that destiny. And I hope I'm fulfilling that. And I know my father, both of them approve. So take care of yourself, each other, and watch this through to the end. And like, I'll see you soon. And namaste. And as I always say, take care of yourself, each other, and pass it on. Okay.